Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever you call this time of day. How are you all? Welcome to Dan Rock's Rock Box. And today is our live at 5 with the top 5 crystals for the Crown Chakra. I hope you could all hear me okay. I'm holding on to my voice. I'm holding on. I am a little bit meh. I'm feeling a bit groggy. So do bear with. Anne Marie, how are you, sweetheart? I know, look at those beauties. Aren't they just for the crown chakra? Hey, Michelle. Hope you're well, sweetheart. Good evening, Anna. Hope you're well. Evening, Hannah. Hey, Norma. Lovely to see people here. Please do comment. Please do say hello. Ask questions. Interact. That's all I ask for. So the crown chakra, the final chapter of these series, I started last Monday with the base, working through. Internet played up this week, which I was a little bit cross about because tonight we should be on a new subject. The crown chakra should have been last night, but instead it was the third eye. So the crown, and as you can see, we've got purples and whites. And this is where we are with the crown chakra. Hey, Kerry. I hope you're well, sweetheart. Hey, Laurie from West Virginia. I hope you're well, sweetheart. Hello, Janet. Lovely to see you all. So with the crown chakra, we do, if we're doing the inverted rainbow, we do resonate with the violet color, the violet crystals. But also we do have the clear as well. We do have the clear crystals or the white crystals. So tonight was even more problematic. I struggled to get it down to 5 as it is. When I've got the choice of white crystals, clear crystals, purple crystals, we could have done this for 3 nights. I could have done 5 violet, 5 white, 5 clear. But hey, we're here now. So, but like I said, anything that you feel you're guided to using on your crown chakra, go with your intuition. This is just my top 5. Let me know the crystals you know for the crown chakra. Let me know what crystals you use. What would your top 5 be? So I'm going to dip down and we'll crack a doodle on with yes. Let's start with my namesake. So we're going to start with the beautiful Danbarite. One of my favorites because, hey, we share the same name. And many, many years ago, I thought that my name was going to be, and the business was going to be called Danbarite. Let me just remove these crystals so they're not. So this is a beautiful crystal, similar to quartz, but it is not a quartz. It's not allowing me to focus. Oh, there we go. It's focusing now. You'll see the striations there. Because of the shape of the crystal, for it to be a quartz, it would have to be trigonal. We would have to have 6 sides to this. It doesn't. Also, Danbarite contains calcium and boron, which quartz does not. So although it looks like that, it's a silicate. It has the silicon oxide. It is a silicate, but it doesn't contain the right crystal structure to be a quartz. And this allows you to shine your light. A lot of people take Danbarite to their heart to balance the heart's emotions with their mind's emotions. But this is a nice, gentle, but powerful crystal. We've got the striations with Danburite. And when we've got those lines, we know we're dealing with a direct energy. We see those lines in kunzite, kyanite, black tourmaline. And we know that, okay, as soon as we start using this, we will feel the effects. So yeah, beautiful, serene, peaceful energy. Stimulating your higher chakras, the crown chakra, or you could take it up a notch to the soul star. It's a beautiful crystal because of the serene, peaceful energy through extreme changes, easing of transitioning. If you're going through times, this morning we were talking about cycles, and tonight we've got the new moon. So the transitioning, going from one energy to another, any extreme changes, Danburite will aid in that because of that direct energy, because of the striations. Right, boom, get the job done. So it helps us to adapt quicker. Carry it around with you to ease the stress, bringing calm in any stubborn situations, any difficult times. Does anyone here work with Danburite? Any of you guys at home got any pieces of Danburite? It is beautiful. But yeah, we'll use this for the crown chakra to bring in the messages, to help us to connect, also help us to heal any deep wounds, especially any past karmic energies, anything that's happening in the past, anything that we've got to shift with. Danburite will help us to shift, give us the old heave ho. So this is a polished piece, but this is the larger piece. My phone will focus. You'll see on the edges the lines, the striations, to let you know. A majority of Danburite, that's the kind of tip, the typical tip that you see with Danburite. No, focus phone. I don't think you will. It's getting too much of the high vibes. So that is for any of you guys. Hopefully that will resonate with you. Then we have, now we have got amethyst, the general healer. Most of us here will know about amethyst. Most of us will have used amethyst every now and again. So I thought I'd bring on a different type of amethyst. And this is the Nirvana Ice Lightning Strike amethyst. So Nirvana Ice, because it is formed under layers of ice up in the Himalayas in India. It is formed under ice, and it gives us the way it's constructed, that growth interference kind of looks like it is ice. Then this piece goes one special, and it's actually been struck by lightning strike. So you feel that, wows, that energy is going to be powerful. So a beautiful crystal to use for the crown chakra. The amethyst energy there, sobering, good for dispelling bad habits, addictions. The Greeks used to call it, I think the name amethyst is derived from the word the Greeks use for sober. So anything, because if we're working with the crown, if we're connecting to the higher realms, our higher self, we need to be in a good state of mind. We need to be in the perfect frame of mind to do that. Hence why it's frowned upon if we start drinking whilst doing readings, or smoking, or taking anything to enhance our levels whilst working with crystals, because we need to be in that right frame of mind. So amethyst with that energy brings that to us, helps us to combat addictions, helps us to be in a sober thought. But from the top of your head to the tip of your toes, amethyst is good as a good all-rounder. It's kind of like the nurse. It's the NHS nurse of crystals. It really throws itself at anything and everything. So a real beautiful crystal there to use for your crown chakra. And then we have the merlinite, dendritic agate, or some people call it dendritic opal, even though it's not an opal. With the Nirvana ice, we've got Nirvana ice being formed under layers of ice. Dendritic agate is formed around water. So while that water is running, this agate is forming, which gives it that opalescent lust on it, making it feel like it's quite watery. So beautiful merlinite is what we also call it, named after the wizard Merlin. So this is why we bring this to the crown chakra, to open up those doors to our imagination. If we've been brought up into, we can only believe in what we see. If we are brought up quite regimented, quite, don't get involved in any of that spooky do, and don't do this, quite structured, we might have the imagination side buried, or we might just be so logical that we find it hard to grasp the imagination. So merlinite is a great crystal to open up that magical, reignite the imagination. If you are meditating and you struggle to visualize things, or to hold on to those visualizations, or to believe in those visualizations. So many people are like, well, I started to think this and I thought, oh God, that's really weird, and I lost connection, I cut my ties. No, keep that going. Whatever it is that you're being shown in your mind's eye, whatever you are feeling, go with that flow in your meditations. So merlinite is really good for connecting us with that, allowing the imagination to come through. If you want to see dragons, connect with merlinite. If you want to see unicorns, if you want to go to the realm of the spirit guides, the ascended masters, merlinite is a real good crystal to just break down the walls, close the barriers down, knock them down, allow yourself to ascend, and to, actually, it's okay for me to think of this, and it's okay for me to imagine this. So now we come to Herkimer. And again, just like the quartz, I could, just like with the amethyst, with this one, I could have just brought clear quartz. But quite a lot of us would have already worked with clear quartz. So I'm bringing another type of quartz, a higher vibrational, on par with danbarite. And that is Herkimer diamond. The mine is in Herkimer, hence the name. And Herkimer is a county in New York. When I think of New York, there is no way I think of mines. I think of Times Square, Manhattan, the Statue of Liberty. I think of the Empire State Building, all those, the big city. But that is just New York City. In the state of New York, there's other things. And here we have the beautiful Herkimer. The stone of attunement. So where do we want to attune? What do we want to go to? So, yeah, if you're attuning to the elements, if you're tuning to your surroundings, this would be a beautiful crystal to help us out with that. If you want to, like with Murdernight, if you want to bring in the visions to increase your psychic experiences, use Herkimer. For me, clear quartz is so underrated. Clear quartz is beautiful. But the clarity you get with Herkimer, it shines like a diamond, which is why it got its name. Herkimers are double terminated crystals. So they have a point at each end. This still has its matrix. This still has where it is formed. So we don't see Herkimers forming on bedrock. They tend to grow within. So they get the double terminated. Absolutely beautiful. Not like at the weekend when somebody was asking me about a wand that we had that had 2 points. And in the geology world, we call it double terminated. But she came up and she asked, can you tell me what's the significance with a double-ended wand? Oh dear, she asked the wrong person. We laughed. We had a few laughs about that. If there are any kids watching, I do apologize. You will know when you are older. But yeah, Herkimer Diamond also with the divine energy, bringing that through the crown into the third eye. Just like your third eye crystals as well, it can help in astral travel, lucid dreaming. Another nice crystal to relieve tensions. Even though when we think of the crown chakra, we're thinking high vibrations, quite a lot of them are quite calming, quite peaceful. But they've just got that energy that does what it needs to do best. And then finally, the last one is Charite. Again, I'm sure that you guys can name so many more crystals for the crown. Howlite, selenite, scotosite, suzalite, rainbow moonstone. There are so many more. So yeah, if you've got one that you use for the crown, let me know. Charite is a spiritual stone in teaching us, helping us to live in the now, which is so important. So many of us look over our shoulder at the past. So many of us live in the past with the things that have gone on. So many of us look to the future. Yes, I want to be there. I want that and I want it now. Charite is all about now. So beautiful mineral to work with if we're working on the crown chakra. Meditate with Charite. Help to raise your vibration. Also good to help you out in anything that's gone on which is self-inflicted. So if we meditate with Charite, it creates this no mind state when we're meditating. We have a clear mind and we can bring through the past. And sometimes if we've been blaming other people, we can sit and go, oh, actually, that was self-inflicted. But it's a life lesson. And there may have been life lessons we needed to know. If we weren't falling into learning those lessons, then sometimes we do put them on ourselves just so we learn those lessons. Again, a nice crystal to use for dreaming. If you're having problems sleeping, last night we went through loads of the third eye crystals are good for sleeping. And charite is another one. If you're struggling to sleep, then use that. And again, like we did with Danburite at the beginning, if we're going through any transformation, if we're doing any past life work, charite is great for doing that. Really good, really supports your life path, helping you to make sure that you're grounded and you're very spiritual. So they are my 5 crystals for the Crown Chakra. I'm sure you guys have got plenty others to delve into. So let me get the comments up. Let's see what we have got. Okay, Anne-Marie, I need some, Dan. Actually, just for you, Anne-Marie, because I know if I say, what are people's favourites? My close one of coming up here was Apotholite. But I'll bring this guy when I do the Soul Star. So I would have brought Apotholite. So Anne-Marie, that is just for you. I mean, we also do them in minis. Mini Apotholites. But yes, I dug that out, but I didn't put it down. I didn't put it away because I thought, oh, if Anne-Marie's on, I'll give her a little blast of Apotholite. Anna Smith, oh gosh, I really would like some Danburite. It's really nice, really good. Laurie, I wear it in a pendant. Is that Danburite? Beautiful. Kerry, I love working with Danburite. Yes, so much love for Danburite. Brilliant. Excuse me. I'm so glad that I'm doing this online because you wouldn't want to be near me at the moment. I am minging. I need this. Somehow I've not got into it before. Oh, everyone needs some Danburite. I have a pendant with Moonstone. So Moonstone and Danburite. Are we still on about the Danburite love? Mr. Moody. Hey, mister. I hope you're well. Danielle, I have Danburite. I feel it comforting and peaceful. Yes, that is it. There is, just because we're working with the crown and we're thinking of this, crown chakra and opening up and, E.T.'s mum's coming in and Archangel Michael and Ascended Masters, and it's not all go. Quite a lot of them are peaceful and calming because that's what you've got to be. As I said with Amethyst, being in the right state of mind, you've got to, and this is why it's so important that we work through the chakras, starting with the base. We don't climb the ladder by starting at the top. We climb it by being at the bottom. So the base has to be there. We have to work on the base, get that balanced, bring in the sacral, bring in the solar, the heart, the throat, the third eye. When we get to the crown, we are then on an amazing block of ourselves. and we are ready then. We're calm, we're in the right frame of mind, and we can open up the crown and connect. Because if those upstairs know we haven't done the work, because it's our higher self, we're connecting to ourselves, but on a higher level. We're not going to fool ourselves. If they know we've not done the work, then they're going to look down and go, not today, sweetheart. Come back when you've done it. So it's really important that we work on those layers. We're in the right mind, because when they see that we are open and we are in service, then we get the reward. Then they open it up and go, now you're ready. Daniel, you are now ready. Daniel-san. So yeah, really important, really important. It annoys me when people just go for the third eye, go for the crown chakra crystals, because yeah, they're going to bring in my psychic abilities, they're going to help me do this. Only if you've done the lower chakra work. Remember, the base, the sacral, the solar, they're your three physical chakras. They are holding us in the physical. The heart is your center. You got three below it, you got the heart, and then you got three above it. The throat, the third eye, and the crown are your spiritual chakras. So yeah, although it's nice to go off and lick a bit of Moldavite, just make sure that we are here in the here and now. Really important. So thank you, Danielle. Kerry, that Herkimer diamond is amazing. Hun, it's the only one we've got left. I've got a piece put by for a customer. I've got my piece, and the rest of the pieces went at the weekend. So yeah, I mean, I can show you my piece. Mine's smaller. I mean, that's very unusual for me to have a smaller piece of something when there's a larger piece in stock. But this really cool to me. I just loved it. I mean, I don't think it's going to go into focus because I think the energy will be too much for the camera. The camera's going to be like, what you doing? But that's beautiful. So that's mine, double terminated. So we've got the point there, and then we've got the point there. Let's take that off because the camera can't keep up. Herkimer drifts me away so quickly. Yeah. But again, work with normal quartz. I mean, we've just got clear quartz, but then we've got the Lemurians. We've got the growth interference. We've got so many more code keepers, candle quartz, celestials, starberries. So many quartzes out there before we then go into Herkimer, which is up from there. And then you've got the azestrolites as well. They're quite powerful crystals as well, and that's a higher vibrational quartz. So yeah, just because they're clear, they're see-through, the energies, I love my quartz family. They are so much. I might have to do a little showdown on the different quartzes. It's just amazing. Charite, my favorite. I knew you loved that, Norma. I have a charite skull. Love it. Ooh, beautiful, Laurie. Beautiful. I love my charite sphere and bracelet I got from you. Not take a bracelet off my ankle. Love them. Brilliant. Love that. Anna, beautiful crystals tonight. My list is growing rapidly. Bless you. Thank you. Love rutilated quartz. Yes. Oh. Are you in this one? Yes, you are. Yes. The joys of having my crystals just behind me. So rutilated quartz. So this is one of ours in stock. Rutilated. Rutile is the gold mineral. It can come gold, silver, also known as angel hair. So that's rutilated quartz if anyone's not sure on it. And then, because we were talking about merlinite being dendritic agate, we also have dendritic quartz. So there, if we could focus, you can see this is quartz, and then you can just see the dendritics, that tree fern-like branches growing through it. Beautiful, beautiful. So Anne-Marie, I love rutilated quartz as well as shifting my apophyllite there too. Also love phantom quartz. Yes, I use angelite for all three higher chakras depending on my intuition. Yes. Where have I gone? Hi. Yes, angelite. Angelite is good for the throat. Really good for communication. Really good for third eye. And you can take it to the crown because I take it to the divine gateway, the 14th chakra. I take angelite. Beautiful. Love that. Oh, Amory's getting excited about that. All I have. Okay, you messaged me. Hey, Michelle. Hope you're well, sweetheart. Yep, a Danbrite and Moonstone pendant. Such a calming energy. Gorgeous. Love that. I've not worked with my Lemurian yet, Dan. Like you said about the lower chakras, I've been concentrating more on those recently. Beautiful. Love that. I love smoky celestial quartz at the minute. Just made a drum and used it as its heartstone. Oh, I love that. Love that. All of our smoky points at the moment are all Lemurian Starberries. We got them from Brazil. So they've all got the barcoding and then they've got the dashes for the Starberry patterning. Beautiful. And that'd be good to learn about different quartz. Okay. Oh, the tower. Yes. Beautiful. Right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing the love of the crown chakra and interacting. It's all about you guys interacting. Need this interaction, and I love that I've got this. My idea was that tonight was going to be my new subject because the chakras should have ended last night because tonight is the new moon. However, I will carry it forward to tomorrow night. So tomorrow I will be doing my top 5 crystals for the new moon / new cycle. So for anyone who is starting something new, a new cycle, a new phase, a new chapter, because we've got the new moon. So tomorrow night, my top 5 will be my top 5 for the new moon / new cycle. Okay. Not new job, not new house, because that's different. This is a new cycle. There's no other word. It's cycle. Bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. Right. So I'm off. Join me tomorrow morning at 9 for the cards with the animals. What animals would you need to draw into? And then tomorrow night live at 5 with my top 5 for the new moon, new cycle. I hope you all have a great new moon. Blessings to you all. And remember, if you can't heal yourself, how the hell can you heal somebody else? Love you all lots. See you soon. Bye. Oh, I need to end broadcast.